We are here at 217 South Shade Ave, Sarasota, 34237 at the retreat. And we are at the Terrace Gardens section of Sarasota. Great community, and I'll get to that in a little bit. 3-car garage we're looking at right now. And this is a brand new 2-story. So we're making our way up into the foyer area after we pass through this nice glass door. And this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with a full warranty. All right. So you saw the pavers out there, professionally staged and move-in ready. Designed for modern living with strong indoor-outdoor appeal. And we'll get to that in a moment. So this one is very accessible in this location. All right. And just to break down the layout real quick, it's an open concept floor plan with seamless transitions, soaring 10-foot high ceilings, creating volume and presence, 8-foot solid core doors, which is nice. So many doors are not solid. Add an high-end feel throughout. Thoughtfully designed for both daily living and entertaining. So we will move over here first to the bath. This is a full bath over here. Got your vanity set to go. And your custom lighting. And you've got porcelain tile with that nice light coming in there with the window. Very, very typical, and people love it with that. All right, so there's your tub and more porcelain tile. And you have that luxury vinyl throughout this one. All right, and they've made this into a bit of an office, which is definitely something you could do as you cross the bridge into this house. And easy look out here into the yard, and there's actually a U-shaped driveway, so you can drive in, drive out, making it very accessible, even with the 3-car garage. So this could also be a bedroom. All right, so just keep that in mind. Over here, you just have a little extra storage under the stairwell. It's going to bring us up to the 2nd story, which we'll see momentarily. All right, so here we are. We are now in the great room. All right, some nice high-end finishes over here. When we look at the gourmet kitchen, oversized 6-foot long island as the centerpiece. Fit about 3 stools in there. It looks like they got going, right? And quartz countertop throughout. Custom shaker cabinetry for your viewing delight there. Top of the line appliances. So you do have Frigidaire. Very sought after stainless steel appliances here. And we'll give you a little look-see inside. And run some open houses, so you got a little water in there. You do have a chiller. This is Twin Tech, by the way, with Frigidaire. Anyways, there's your chiller drawer, and your freezer, of course. So that's what that looks like, because I know people are going to ask. And over here, you got a bit of a coffee station, or whatever you may want to use it for. Extra little spot. And up top, if you notice, it does have cabinetry to the ceiling. And you got some nice little pieces you can put in there. We are an artsy town here in Sarasota. All right, so this is a gas home. You do have Frigidaire gas cooktop. All right, I'm a fan of it, big fan of gas. And there's your vent system. And over here, back to the island, you get the dishwasher. Okay, I know somebody's gonna ask someone to check. It is Frigidaire, just in case you were wondering. All right, nice deep sink in there. Like stainless steel. You got these interesting little handles. It's kind of unique. And the slow close, of course. Let's check the cabinet, right? Let's check the cabinet. And that is slow close too. Here's your microwave built in. And your oven. All, you guessed it, Frigidaire. All right. And that cabinetry up to the ceiling does not stop. It goes over here to these cabinets as well. In your gourmet kitchen, designed for both functionality and hosting. All right, so you got the top of the line packages with the appliances. You got yourself a little pantry in here. I like the wood touch. That's pretty nice. Without those metal shelves. Easier on your body when you're bumping into them. So that's a nice little touch there. We'll spin around. Check out the dining. All right. Nice chandelier over there. Does lead you up to the second floor if you're heading this direction. And again, great for hosting, great for having your friends and people you care about over, right? So, and you have this luxury vinyl here carrying on throughout, and these big sliders over here that we're going to get to. Nice little sizzle factor out back, which we'll be talking about. And of course, location, which is also a sizzle factor. This gives you a good idea. Good sized room, a lot of options on how you might want to orient this. This is, you set it up this way where you get the TV over here, right? And just for a side note, this is an easterly direction that the rear of the home is facing, so the front would be catching, excuse me, those sunsets. Or so, yes, the sunsets out of the front of the home. All right, before we kind of cruise on over to other sections of the home, going upstairs and outside, of course, we do have the laundry room. So you do have some nooks here with a seat. You do have a nice spot here with your sink and folding counter cabinetry. Here's where your washer dryer would go. And there is something behind this door you may want to see. It's a 3-car garage. All right. So, good looking 3-car, right? Very nice. Lots of space. They did make the cuts in the concrete here. Great touch. Important to do. All right. So lots of space. Lots of space in here. All right. So there you go. 3-car garage. Waiting for you. So I always like the 3-car. You find it very accessible. As you know, we don't have basements here in Florida, for the most part. And having a big garage allows you a little extra storage, which I highly recommend. All right, here is the primary bedroom, as it's called. And it is on the main level, which is a great feature. I know really sought after. People do not like their primaries on the second level for the most part, unless they have some kiddos or something like that. And then upstairs isn't so bad. But I do find that people slowly migrate away from where the kids' bedrooms are. It just seems to happen. It's the flow of things. So all good. And so this has a tray ceiling, of course. All right, on these 10-foot high ceilings. And dual walk-in closets, which we're going to get to. And this ensuite is spa-like for sure. You're going to see why. So pan around here. Oh, you caught a quick snag of me. Here's some nice natural light poking in from these higher set windows, which is always a nice touch. So here we go. We're going to start heading over into the closets. This is, I guess, set up for a guy. His closet right there. They get those same shelving, the wooden shelving, which is nice. Actually, there's a nice little scent to it as well. Unfortunately, you can't smell it until you come here. And here is the ladies. Now, this one seems a little smaller to me. Now, it depends how you run your house. Maybe it's vice versa. You'll have to decide that one. Here is the business room. Does happen to have a pocket door, which makes for easy access, getting in and out of here. You don't have to be bumping into people in their doors. Now you do have dual sinks on this vanity. All right. Nice big mirror. And custom lights. And then you've got your walk-in shower. I like these without the doors. Big fan. And you got your controls here. And also your shower head there, along with your own handpiece there. Getting the job done. And, you know, a nice fogged out window. That's the way to roll. So, that is the primary right next to the pool area, which we're going to save for last. And I'm calling that a sizzle factor out there, because it is. We'll get to the outdoor living and a few. But first, we're going to go upstairs. And this is solid block construction, because this is a big question that's asked down here. So definitely solid block construction, both levels. So a lot of builders, they will stop on the second level and go stick built. These guys didn't do that, which, you know, my hat's off to them. It's a better way to build, my humble opinion. All right. And these floors are durable, modern, low maintenance. This is a clean, cohesive design across the entire home. All right. And you do have a durable metal roof on this one. That's a sizzle factor for sure. Okay. Metal roofs, just, you know, shingles down here last 10 to 15 years, depending. They do not last that long. The sun just eats them up in storms and things. Tile roofs will typically last 30 to 40 years. And your metal roofs will typically last 40 to 50 years. So that gives you a good rundown how that works. Little insider tip. All right, so we're looking at a bedroom here. And by the way, these windows that we're looking at are impact resistant windows. Okay, and the doors and sliders, just to note. Okay, so you don't have to worry about shutters on this one. That's why in the garage, you did not see any shutters. It's a good sized bedroom in here. And you do have a walk-in. All right, that luxury vinyl still maintaining throughout, and that shelving. All right, nice features. You even have a window in there to let in the natural light. So, whole stage here too. It presents well. Gives you a good idea of what you're getting into. And you got a little extra storage area, which, hey, that's a great idea. All right. So we're on now the fourth bedroom, right? So when we first walked in the primary, we just saw one, and there's one more to go. So anyways, in between these bedrooms, there's another bath, right? And this is the third bathroom. Nice vanity. Okay, modern lights again. And it is a full, it does have another door for the business room and tub area. Some nice tile in there. Okay, so you got a couple tubs in this one. You don't see that all the time. 2 tubs. And here is your final bedroom. Okay. And you can overlook this area, which is nice. Nice walkway, highly walkable. Oh, you can see the metal roof as well, which you probably want to take a quick look at. So here it is, the fourth bedroom. All right. Double door closets. You do have a fan up here, by the way. Nice to have fans in each room. All right. So those are your guest rooms, home office. All right. And let's go check out some more sizzle factors, should we? All right. So it should be low maintenance for quite some time. And it's well done again with the split floor plan. You do have that primary all by itself. So you're not being left with your guests right on top of you, which is never a fun feature, no matter how much you love them or like them. It's nice to have a little space too, and they appreciate it as well. And when you move here, if you're coming from out of state and you're not aware, everybody that you know, and people you didn't even know you knew, they're going to be coming. So having that extra bedroom is not a bad idea. Just my 2 cents talking there. So here we are, the outdoor living and pool yard area. So you do have a decent sized little yard over here. Okay. It does shoot down there. You could finish off the fence if you so choose. All right, let's go around there. So you got a couple spots to fill. Or you could finish it off. They would set up for dining out here, which is excellent. And of course, you do over here, behind here, you might not notice it, but you do have a gas outlet, so you could finish this off as an outdoor kitchen. So if you so choose, you could do that, or you just hook your grill up to it, whatever you want to do. You got options. That's how we live here. So So these are pavers to the pool. It's great for ideal for entertaining. Okay, spacious backyard with remaining green space. Perfect balance of pool and yard for pets or recreation. And by the way, this is a saltwater pool. Lower maintenance. All right, you got some seats in the back. You got a little sun deck here, and you can ease right into the pool. So looks pretty refreshing. Speaking of refreshing, if you like a nice margarita, you can make one right here. So just saying, a little seated area. Don't forget the primary to orient you is right behind this wall. If we look around the corner, you can see more of the yard. All right, so you could fence this right off, get it over here. All right, so it could be a good option. And what's nice down here is that you have a very established environment when it comes to the trees and the shrubs. So very jungle-esque, which I love. If you like Florida, this is just pretty much your jam. All right. Man, that looks refreshing today. How about a nice beverage and hopping in the pool? Nice ice cold one sounds pretty good right now. Or maybe you want to go to the beach and you're only minutes from there, Lido and Siesta. So here's those big sliders that are impact resistant, which I'm a huge fan of. So there's another sizzle factor for your view and pleasure out there. Now let's get to the location because it says more sizzle. We're not done yet. So this is a prime central Sarasota location, all right? You are close proximity to downtown Sarasota with all the restaurants that are down there, 1592, Elements, oh, C'est La Vie, you name it. There's so many. Goes on and on. And you're close to Payne Park. Nice big downtown park. This is the beginning of the Legacy Trail. All right, and there's a lot of Legacy Trail parks as you cruise through. You have the Sarasota Memorial, one of the top hospitals in the U.S. You're literally minutes away from. High walkability here. Short drive to Siesta Key Beaches, Longboat Key Beaches, and easy access to dining, shopping, everyday conveniences. You're not far away from UTC here, right? So the village on Siesta Key, St. Armand Circle, it's all right here, about 15 minutes in each direction for those, approximately. And SRQ, you're probably looking at 20 minutes, all right? So really conveniently located here at the Terrace Gardens, all right? There's no HOA restrictions, all right, in this established neighborhood, which is fantastic. A lot of people don't want those HOAs. This one doesn't have it. And, you know, that walkability and bike-friendly access to parks and trails is huge. That's why people move to these locations. All right, close to cultural, medical, and lifestyle hubs. All right, get the opera right around the corner as well. Michael's on East, another great restaurant too. Highly recommend. And yeah, so very centrally located for simple commuting. All right. So to wrap it on this one, guys, we've got new construction with high-end finishes in a central Sarasota location. Combines durability, design, lifestyle in one package. All right. Pool plus yard combination creates rare flexibility. This close to downtown. You got a 2-level on this one, but you can stay 1 level if you want to. And when buyers see this, the construction quality and location together, it stands out immediately. And I'm sure you saw that, folks. So lots of natural light pouring in, nice little subtle touches, great use of space. Nothing feels like an afterthought or crunched in. Really great for just having folks over and having some fun going out on the town. So if you're looking for that, this is definitely the one for you. I like that backsplash that back there too. It's kind of multicolored, light blue, tan. Nice touch. So, and also that wonderful feature that you know I love, walking in from the beach, having your laundry right there when you walk in, just dropping it off, making a deposit there. Like you're making a deposit when you make an offer on this property and not getting sand all throughout your house. So, or, you know, wetness all through your house. So there you go. That's it. Thank you so much again for joining us on this tour and all the other tours that you've watched. We greatly appreciate you. Can't thank you enough. So much appreciation. And until next time, bye for now.